Hey YouTube, it is I, Zach Manor, and today I've joined my first draft league, the ODL Season 1, the Ogerpon Draft League, and I am so excited to be a coach in this league as the captain of the Canadian Ceruledges. I am going to do my best to win as many games as I can and have fun. So, out of the 12 coaches in this league, I was the second pick, and I had a plan to either get one of two Pokemon as my first pick. That being Dragapult and Great Tusk. And I was second pick. I was like, man, I hope I get Pult. And the first coach picks Iron Valiant, which means my first pick is Dragapult. It has three really good abilities. It has a very good move pull. It has great stats, super fast, both mixed attackers, support. This mon can really do it all. And it also, I got a ghost type, dragon type. That is just exactly what I needed. Now, it is a while till my second pick, but there is one rule in this league that I did not really mention. And that was that this league has item clause. And since there's item clause in this league, my second Pokemon, let's get it, it's Sneasler. Oh my god, this mon is crazy. It's also fast, strong physical attacker, two really good abilities and pressure. Pressure could be good for stall. I don't think I'm ever going to be running that, but who knows. This thing has Unburden, so this mon's incredible, and Poison Touch. And now, the reason I picked this mon was this move, Dire Claw here. 50% chance to sleep, poison, or paralyze the target. Now that is insane to me, that I'm able to get this mon with item clause. Only one Pokemon can run a covert cloak, and the two other counters I could think of are the Chesto Berry and the Lumberry, which is very extra. So this Dire Claw is going to go crazy. And the problem with those berries is, well, Chesto Berry can't counter the para or the sleep, and the Lumberry, well, can't counter all three of these statuses, but if I have other status, I have Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Wave on this mon too. So this thing is going to be a demon. Now, my third pick, I honestly had a hard time picking my third mon. Now, I kind of had two choices in mind, and that was between Slowking and Hisuian Samurott. Luckily, none of them got taken, so I got my third mon, Hisuian Samurott. I wanted a dark type on my team, I wanted hazards, and I wanted a water type. So this kind of filled all the roles I needed. It has flip turn, it has sharpness and torrent. Torrent could be good with focus sash or with a resist berry. So there's that. This is my hazard setter really. And this is a mod I wanted on my team. Honestly. Now, my fourth pick, I really wanted a fairy type. Well, and I also wanted a pivot mon because I didn't get Slowking. Unfortunately, my pick Slowking, that's my original planned fourth pick, got taken. So I had to compromise a little bit, and I kind of had two mons that I really wanted, and that was Deoxys Defense and Hatterene. And I spent a good amount of points already, and I really wanted a fairy type, so nope, I did not get Dirty Tusk. I got Hatterene as my fourth mon. I've got Magic Bounce, probably going to be the ability I run. I mean, Anticipation is very niche. I mean, if I'm really worried about something, I haven't covered for this thing, but I don't think I'm going to be running this ability. This can be a hazard prevention Pokemon, which I don't currently have on my team. And I get Fairy and Psychic moves. I also get Trick Room, which could be useful. So this mon, I feel like could do a lot. It's a good specially defensive Pokemon. I really wanted something with good special bulk, something super strong on the special side, because these three Pokemon are mainly physical attackers. Well, Bulk can be special, but Samurott and Sneasler have to really be physical, so I wanted something on the special side. And it does get Baton Pass for pivoting. It is also slow as crap, so Baton Pass is to basically teleport. So, my fifth pick. And honestly, this fifth pick was really hard for me to pick. I was really scared of hazards, but I told myself not to worry at all when picking this Pokemon up. And honestly, I thought this mon had Defog, but nope. Moltres. Moltres is my fifth pick. Now, Moltres does not have Defog, unfortunately, but strong special attacker. I wanted special attacker, and this has Flame Body, so this could be a good physical tank. Also, can take a special hit too, which is what I like about this Pokemon. One is quad weak to rocks, which is unfortunate, but I feel like a fire type on this team would be good. Flying type coverage. It has Scorching Sands, which the alternative was Talonflame, which did not have Scorching Sands. So I wanted that coverage. I also had Ancient Power. I mean, this could be good for, I don't know, quad weak mons like, what's the mon? Frostmoth? Even though it says fire type move, but, you know, this could be good for Talonflame, for example, which is a Pokemon I was really considering picking up. I didn't pick it. And now we are on my 6th mon, my first Terra Captain of the league. And this is a beautiful Pokemon. It is the Olive. I spelt it wrong. There it is. The Olive. Look at this demon, bro. I also got Seedsaur on this Pokemon. I do want a Pokemon that can set terrain, and I wanted to not spend too many points on it. So I got my first Terra Captain, Arboliva. And this can activate grassy terrain when hit by an attack. So my Sneasler here can get Grassy Seed on Burden. So that is always nice. And of course, this mon is a demon, 4 points. And this thing can Terra into a grass type, a fire type, and a fairy type, which is exactly really good for this mon, I think, because this thing gets Alluring Voice, and fire is a really good Terra to Terra into, in my opinion, for a grass type, because the grass types actually beat all 3 of fire's weaknesses, unless they have a secondary typing that stops that, but that's besides the point. Also gets Terra Blast Fire for steel types, which is another thing I like about it. So yes, this is my 6th mon, my first Terra Captain. And now, my 7th Pokemon. I'm going to open another tab here. And my 7th pick, man, I was really worried about hazards. I was like, man, I got Hatterene, and that's about it. And I'm honestly really surprised this mon did not get taken earlier, and that is Donphan. Now, this thing gets sturdy, this thing gets a rapid spin, and I wanted a ground type. I was originally thinking of picking up Hitmontop as my mon of choice, but instead, I chose Donphan because it gets spin, it gets sturdy, it gets earthquake. It also gets gunk shot, which I didn't even know that until now. It also gets knockoff. It gets rock type moves. It gets stealth rocks. This mon can do everything. This mon also has sturdy, so if there is a sweeper, I can maybe do something with sturdy. Take a hit. I don't know. We'll have to see. So now my 8th Pokemon, and now this Pokemon was a pretty tough one for me to pick. I really wanted to get a steel type Pokemon at this point because I don't have a single steel type. And I also wanted to get an electric type, but I settled on a steel type. I got my goat, Tinkaton. This mon is awesome. I love this Pokemon. This Pokemon stats, I mean, it has a good speed stat, it has good speed F. I mean, that attack isn't great, but look at this move. 160 base power. I think this 75 attack, I think Gigaton Hammer will still be strong. Beats ice type mons, beats fairies. This mon is like the ultimate fairy killer. The ultimate fairy killer. And also good for dragons. I wanted something for dragon types. I was really worried about dragon types, I'll be honest. So that is my 8th pick. And now my 9th pick in this draft league. I wanted to get my 2nd Terra Captain. And honestly, it was a tough choice for me. I wanted 2 Pokemon. I wanted an electric type like I mentioned before. I was like, oh, I'm going to draft Gavantula. Oh, I want Vikavolt. Yeah, Vikavolt was the one I wanted, but then it got taken. And then I wanted to get Gavantula, but it was 9 points. And I wanted something 8 points for a particular reason you'll see after. And that Pokemon I picked was Glastrier, which Glastrier, I was expecting this mon to only be, I was expecting this to be a 9-point mon, but I saw his 8. I could not miss out on this opportunity. This thing has a 145 attack. And you know how I talked about Trick Room? Hatterene over here. It gets Trick Room. So, I could set up Trick Room with this mon and go crazy with this horse. With that 30 base speed. Also, see, Donphan's also slow. So, you know, this can also be used in Trick Room. So, yeah, I guess I'm building a little Trick Room core. I mean, why not, right? And this is 8 points. So, I do have 3 Terra points left. The Terra types I did choose were Ice, Electric, and Fairy, which is not bad. I think those are great. Electric does Bolt Beam, obviously, and Fairy is just Fairy type, man. The Fairy type is awesome. Good for beating Dragon types. And fighting types, too. Which is the main reason I picked Fairy was to resist fighting. But, yeah, that's my ninth pick, my Terra Captain of choice. And now my 10th Pokemon. Now in this league, you can have 10 to 12 Pokemon. Spoiler alert, I got 12 Mons. I think I'm the only one in the league to actually have 12 Mons. I need to check the doc again, but I think I'm one of the few coaches that actually picked 12 Pokemon for my team. So at this point, I have 16 points left. And my original strategy was to get Vantula and a Alomomola, which you see right here, Alomomola. Spoiler alert, my next pick. But I needed one more point to get both. I didn't want to change up my team, so I just picked up a Alomomola, and I figured I'd plan something after, you know? This thing has Regenerator. I get it, kind of a loser mon, but hey, I needed a defensive goat. I also really wanted to get a Pokemon with Wish, because the Wish support onto Glastrier, yeah, whoopsie. This thing also gets Healing Wish. I know Hatterene also gets Healing Wish, but this mon gets Healing Wish, so I can fully heal the horseback or any of my team members. Hatterene, I can heal back Sneasler, I can heal back Dragapult, I can heal back my team. This also gets Flip Turn, it gets Baton Pass, it gets a Fairy Move. I mean, these attacking stats suck, but hey, hey, it gets Zen Headbutt with the 75 base attack, so can't be horrible, right? Also gets Flip Turn, and yeah, these abilities suck. So Regenerator is probably what I'm always going to be running. This thing gets Rest Talk. This thing gets Aqua Ring, which I've never seen anyone use before. But this thing is just my bulky Pokemon. I wanted something bulky because my team has some good defensive mons, but I felt like it needed some more. That's kind of what I focused on with my 12th pick. So now my 11th pick, I really didn't want the Olive to be the only mon to set up terrain, and I was honestly scared this mon was going to get sniped for me because coaches probably saw that I had a Sneasler on my team, and they probably know that I want that Vernon with terrain. So my next mon I picked up was, can I spell it? Thwackey, my final Terra Captain. So I've used all my Terra points at this point. So I got Grass, Fire, and Steel for my Thwackey. You know, Steel type because, well, when the terrain is up, you actually take less damage from Earthquakes. So I figured Steel would not be a horrible typing, and Steel also has a lot of resistances. And, like, that's true. And Terra Fire, like I said for the Olive, the same reasons. Grass type moves beat all three of the fire type weaknesses. So I thought fire would go well with this mon. And also I can run Terra Blast Fire for a steel threat. I don't know. I am very excited to use this mon. It's gonna be fun. It gets Grassy Surge, so then I can Grassy Seed my Sneasler, or I can Grassy Seed another mon, or even Grassy Seed my own Thwackey, or I can Grassy Seed the Olive. There's so many different options with terrain here, so I'm really excited to use this grassy team. And now my last Pokemon. I have 5 points left at this point, and honestly, I had such a hard time picking this mon. I was thinking of so many different mods. I was thinking of Knuckle Stack because of the item clause. I thought, Saltcure, this move is a demon move here, okay? This move, scary, okay? I was afraid. And one of the coaches got Garg, and I am afraid of that mod. But I hope I can beat it, you know? Garg is a scary demon, alright? Garg is a demon. But I didn't want to take Knuckle Stack because I had 5 points. I wanted to get a 5-point mod. Now, I could have gone Electabuzz, which was what I was actually considering. But the mon I actually got instead was, let me see, I got Tauros. Now, these two were too expensive, so I got this Tauros, regular Tauros, that I've never seen used before, but here we go. Here I am. So Raging Bull, I'm pretty sure it is a fighting type move with this, which is good. And it has good defense and attack. So if I want to run a defense build, I can run a body press build. Uh, don't mind that voice crack. I could also run Trailblaze sets. I got Intimidate here, so this is a good physical tanky mon. That's honestly what I wanted on my team. So, yep, that is my team for the ODL Season 1 Draft League. I'm so excited. Week 1 matches should be uploaded sometime next week, I would hope. I'm very excited to be playing my Week 1 match. I'm prepping hard, and that's pretty much all for today. I'll see y'all next time for Week 1 of the ODL Draft League.